Watch and burn.
Hey everyone. So tonight, this is the 104th review I've managed to pull off in 1 month. And for the 104th review, I will be discussing Ludovico Einaudi's Eden Rock. This is from his, I would call it like his most emotional period. Not to argue that everything he would later release as, like, say, Devenir Forward lacks emotion, because I couldn't be further from the truth. His records are dripping with emotion. All of them. Everything he's ever done is incredibly emotive. But this period, like I would say, like Eden Rock, Una Mattina, and there's something about them. They're very sad, I suppose, but not sad at the same time. The songs are a touch on the melancholy side, absolutely. But that's not the focus here. The songs are still, I wouldn't say, well, fuck, I don't know what I'm trying to say now, because I do find this record to be kind of sad. But at the same time, I don't, because I find the songs on here to be incredibly fun and incredibly catchy. And there are some tracks on here that I'm not going to bother attempting to pronounce their names, because I will butcher them. It's some of the best stuff he has ever written and recorded. And this period, like I said, this is sort of like his most emotionally driven albums, or among his most emotionally driven albums, because I do find that his sort of like Devenir Forward, it's like there's a real sense of like showmanship, and there's like a bigness to his newer stuff. Like everything's very large and sweeping, and there's a lot of electronics, and everything's sort of it's going for something more grandiose. Whereas on Eden Rock, I found it to be sort of stripped down and more serious. Again, not that his newer stuff isn't serious, but I found this period to be very heavy, I suppose. And I remember, is that how I found out about him? I can't remember. I was watching, I know This Is England, and I know that Shane Meadows had used a few tracks of his brilliantly too, like so well throughout the course of the movie This Is England. And actually, you know what, that might have been where I found out about Ludovico, actually, because now I can't remember how I found out about him. I think it was through This Is England. And it was when Combo Comes Home. That was my first introduction, or our first introduction to his music being used, I believe, in This Is England. And if I've got that wrong, don't fucking jump all over me. It's been years since I've seen that movie. I think that's when it happens, when Combo comes home at the party. He has his buddy jump in with the machete and threaten everybody. And then the track from Ludovico kicks in. I think that was our first introduction to his music in the movie, but I'm not sure now because it's been a long time since I've seen the movie. But nonetheless, that is where I discovered him, I'm pretty sure at least. And I can understand why Meadows chose to use the songs that he chose, because this period has so much emotion, and there's so much like morality almost to each of these tracks that there's a real weight to them. And yet at the same time, they're not like a funeral dirge. These are fun, and they're not upbeat, but they are catchy, and they can be listened to over and over again no matter what mood you're in. These aren't going to bring you down. If anything, these are going to build you up. They're just not super fun like like Devenir or Night, or Life, or, well, there's a bunch of tracks he's done that are really bouncy and really fun and always seem to get bigger and bigger and more sweeping and more sweeping. And this record is devoid of that. This is more somber piano pieces, I suppose. Maybe I shouldn't use the word somber, but I just did. And I got to stop doing that. I don't know why I keep going in circles here. I'm going to stop. So thank you so much for sitting with me while I discussed Ludovico Einaudi's Eden Rock, released a bunch of years ago. Thank you so much for sitting with me till the end. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, if you like this review, do something nice for somebody. If you didn't like this review, do something nice for somebody anyways. And thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button, because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.